Hello students, I am Priya Miss, your maths teacher. In first part we have seen about the fractions and in second part we will see about the rational numbers. So firstly we will see about what is the definition of rational number. Any number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is non-zero, then it is known as the rational number. For example, here 2 upon 5, minus 2 upon 5, 0, minus 3 by 4, 7 and so on are all examples of rational numbers. Here 2 upon 5 is a rational number as well as fraction also. Why? Because here 2 and 5 both are natural numbers and which is in the form of a by b. We know that the number in the form of a by b and both are natural numbers, then it is called as the fraction. Here 2 upon 5 is a rational number as well as a fraction. Why? Because here every natural number is an integer, but every integer is not natural number. Here minus 2 is not natural number. Minus 2 and 5 are both integers and here 5 is non-zero. So therefore it is a rational number. That means what? Every rational number is a fraction, but every fraction is not a rational number. The next is positive rational number. The rational number in which both numerator as well as denominator both have equal sign, then this is called as the positive rational number. For example, here 2 upon 5, minus 3 upon minus 4, minus 7 upon minus 2, 7 upon 5 and so on. Here all rational numbers are called as the positive rational numbers. Why? Because every rational number having numerator and denominator both are equal sign. Here numerator having negative as well as denominator also have negative sign. So that means if numerator and denominator having same sign, then such type of rational numbers are known as the positive rational number. And here every positive integer, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, are all positive integers are also called as the positive rational number. Why? Because here every positive integer can also be written in the form of 1 upon 1, 2 upon 1, 3 upon 1, 4 upon 1. That means it is in the form of p by q and where both are integers. So that therefore every positive integers are also positive rational numbers. The next is negative rational number. The rational number in which numerator and denominator having opposite signs. That means what? So for example, here minus 2 upon 5, 3 upon minus 4, 7 upon minus 7 upon 2 and so on. Here numerator having negative sign but denominator having the positive signs. That means it has a opposite signs. Such type of rational numbers are known as the negative rational numbers. Here also all negative integers, that is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and so on, all negative integers are also a negative rational numbers. Why? Because here every negative integer can also be written as minus 1 upon 1, minus 2 upon 1, minus 3 upon 1, minus 4 upon 1. That means what? Every negative integer can also be written in the form of p by q. So therefore every negative integer are also a negative rational number. And here the point is noted that 0 is neither a negative rational number and negative rational number or nor a positive rational number. Why? Because here 0 can also be written as 0 upon 1. That means 0 is a rational number, but it is neither negative rational number and nor positive rational number. Next we see the operations on rational numbers. The first operation is addition and subtraction of rational numbers. In first case, when the denominators of the two rational numbers are same. For example, here we take the two rational numbers 3 upon 4 and minus 1 upon 4. To add these two rational numbers having the same denominators, we just add their numerators and taking denominator remains the same. To open this bracket, we have to multiply these two signs, that is plus into minus. And we know that plus into minus becomes minus, and taking 1 as it is, and denominator remains the same. So that is 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2 upon 4 is the answer. Now, when the two rational numbers having the same denominators, for subtracting them, for example, here we take 7 upon 8, we have to subtract here 7 upon 8 from 3 upon 8. That means 3 upon 8 minus 7 upon 8. To subtract them, we subtract their numerators and taking denominator as it is. So here 7 minus 3, it is equal to 4, and taking denominator as it is, and bigger number sign is negative, so therefore it is equal to minus 4 upon 8. So now in second case, when the denominators of the rational numbers are different. For example, here we take 5 upon 9 and 7 upon 12 are any two rational numbers having the different denominators. To add these two rational numbers, we have to find the LCM of this denominator. That is, here first find the LCM of 9 and 12, which is equal to 36, and then multiply these two rational numbers by a number such that we get their LCM as their denominator. So here we multiply the first rational number by 4 and second rational number by 3, then we get 36 as their denominator. So which means 20 upon 36 plus 21 upon 36. Now we have the two rational numbers having the same denominators. So to adding them, we just add their numerators and taking denominator as it is. So which gives 20 plus 21, which is equal to 41 upon 36. And that means for addition of two rational numbers having different denominators, first we have to find their LCM and then we can add the two rational numbers. And for subtracting two rational numbers, for example here minus 2 upon 9 from minus 3 upon 18. So for subtracting two rational numbers, that is minus 3 upon 18 minus of 2 upon 9. Here also these two denominators are different. So first we find their LCM, and here LCM of 9 and 18, which is equal to 18. So now we multiply these two rational numbers by a number such that we get their denominators are equal. That means here minus 2 into 2 and 9 into 2. Then we get here minus 3 into 1 is minus 3, 18 1 is 18, minus 2 into 2, that is minus of 4, and 9 into 2 is 18. Now we get here the two rational numbers having the same denominators. Now to subtracting them, we subtract their numerators, that is minus 3 of minus of minus 4, and taking denominators as it is. Now here to open this bracket, we have to multiply these two signs, and we know that minus into minus becomes positive sign and 4 remains same, and taking denominator as it is. So here 4 minus 3 plus 4, which is equal to 1 upon 18. So here in this case we can subtract the two rational numbers which having the different denominators. Next we see the multiplication of rational numbers. To multiply a rational number with a whole number, we just multiply this numerator with a whole number and taking denominator remains the same. For example, here we take 3 by 4 as a rational number into the integer minus 5. Then to multiply these two numbers, we just multiply this numerator with a integer and taking denominator remains the same. Then we get here 3 into minus 5, that is minus 15 upon 4. In second case, to multiply these two rational numbers, if here a upon b and c upon d are any two rational numbers, to multiply these two rational numbers, we multiply numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. For example, here we take the two rational numbers. To multiply these two rational numbers, we multiply their numerators first, that is minus 1 into 3, and denominator with the denominator. Then we get minus 3 upon 40. So in this way we can multiply these two rational numbers. The next operation is division of rational numbers. When to divide the rational number with a whole number or natural number or an integer, we multiply this first rational number with the reciprocal of the second integer. That means, for example, here we have to divide 3 by 8 with 4. So we take the first rational number as it is and then multiply this reciprocal of 4. That means the reciprocal of 4 is what? 1 upon 4. So which is equal to, now to multiply these two rational numbers, we multiply numerator with the numerator, that is 3 into 1, and denominator with the denominator. Then we get 3 into 1, that is 3 upon 32 as an answer. So to divide the next case, to divide the whole number with a rational number, we just multiply this whole number with the reciprocal of the rational number. For example, here 4 divided by 3 by 8. So to divide this, we multiply 4 with the reciprocal of 3 by 8, and the reciprocal of 3 by 8 is 8 upon 3. Now to multiply this, we multiply this whole number with the numerator and taking denominators as it is, then which gives 32 upon 3. So in next case, to divide the rational number with a rational number, we multiply this first rational number with the reciprocal of second, that is d upon c. For example, here we take the two rational numbers, and to divide this, we multiply the first rational number, that is minus 5 upon 11, by the reciprocal of second rational number. Here the reciprocal of minus 5 upon 9, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 9 upon minus 5. Now to multiply this, if here in numerator and denominator with the same sign having the same number, then we can cancel it and we get the answer, that is 9 upon 11. So in this way we can divide the two rational numbers. The next point is representation of rational number as a decimal. So to express any rational number as a decimal, we have to divide the numerator by a denominator. For example, here we take 1 upon 4 as a rational number. So to express this rational number as a decimal, we have to divide the numerator by the denominator. So here 1, which is the smaller than 4, so first we divide it by 0, then we get 1 as a remainder. So we have to put here point, then we can take 0 here. So now divide 10 by 4, that is 4 to the 8, and remainder is 2, which is smaller than again 4. So by putting this point, we can take 0 here again and then divide it by 4, that is 4 5 is 20, then we get 0 as a remainder. So here this point is called as the decimal point. So that means the decimal representation of 1 upon 4, which is equal to 0.25. The next example is 2 upon 3. Here we have to express this rational number as a decimal. So to express this, we have to divide the numerator 2 by denominator 3. So to divide this, first we have to divide with 0 and then we put point here. By putting this point, we can take 0 here and then divide it by 3. So that means what? 3 6 is 18. And we get 2 as a remainder, which is again smaller than 3. So by putting this point, we take 0 again and again and divide it by 3. That means what? we get 2 as a remainder. Again we have to divide it by putting this point, we take 0 here, and again divide it by 3, we get 2 as a remainder, and so on. That means in this case, after division, the division is never end. So that means this, after decimal point, the numbers are goes on repeating up to infinity. So therefore here the decimal representation of the rational number 2 upon 3, which is equal to 0.666. So up to so on, this number 6 is goes on repeating up to infinity. So we can write as this decimal as 0.6 raised to bar. That means what? 6 is goes on repeating up to infinity. So here in first case, after decimal point, there are only a finite numbers are came. That means such type of decimal numbers are known as terminating decimal representation. And when after division, after decimal point, the numbers are goes on repeating up to infinity, such type of decimal numbers are known as non-terminating repeating decimal numbers. So here, without actual finding the division, we can say that we will find the rational number having terminating decimal representation or non-terminating. For example, suppose here we take any rational number, that is 2 of 5 upon 128. Here the denominator of rational number 128 having the factors and which have only the 2 as a prime factor. Okay, so when the denominator of rational number having only 2 prime factors, 2 and 5, then it has the terminating decimal representation. And other than these 2 prime factors, if it has other than 2 these prime factors, then it will have the non-terminating decimal representation. For example, suppose here in first example we take 2 of 5 upon 128. Here the denominator of rational number is 128 and which has the prime factor, which has only one prime factor, that is 2. So that is it will have the terminating decimal representation. Now in second case, the rational number minus 3 of 8 upon 15. Here the denominator of rational number is 15 and which have the prime factor as 3 and 5, which is other than 2. So therefore it will have the non-terminating decimal representation. Next we see the operations on decimal fraction. The first operation is multiplication of decimal fractions. In the first case, when to multiply the decimal fractions with 10,000 or 100, we have to move this decimal point to the right side as many zeros in the multipliers. Suppose for example here we have to multiply this decimal fraction by 10. So in this multiplier 10 there are only 1 zero. So therefore we have to move this decimal point to the right side by 1 digit only. Then we get the answer, that is 356.24. Now in second example, here we have to multiply this decimal fraction by 1000. So here in multiplier there are 3 zeros. So therefore we move this decimal point to the right side by 3 digits. So then we get the answer, that is 2634.5. So in this way we can multiply the decimal fractions by 10,000 and 100. Now in second case, when to multiply the decimal fractions with whole number or by decimal fractions, we first multiply the decimal fraction by number. That is here first we multiply this decimal fraction by 7. That is 7 5s are 35, 21 plus 3, that is 24, 16, 7 4s are 28 plus 1, that is 29. So here in first decimal fraction, here after decimal point there are 2 places, that is 2 digits, and in second number there is no decimal point, that is the 0 places. So in answer we put the decimal point after 2 plus 0, it is equal to 2 from the right side. So here we put the decimal point after 2 digits. Now in second example we have to multiply these decimal fractions by a decimal number. So we first multiply this number by this 1 point, that is 105. So we first multiply this, that is 5 5 is a 25, 5 is a 10, 12, 5 3 is a 15 and 1 16, and then multiply this with by 0 and then multiply by 1, that is 5, 2 and 3. So here first we multiply this number by 105. So answer is 2, 11 and 4 and 3. Now in answer we put the decimal point here. In first decimal fraction, after decimal point there are 2 places. In second decimal fraction, after decimal point there are 2 places. So therefore in answer we put the decimal point after 4 places from the right side. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 and we put here the decimal point. So in this way we can multiply the decimal fractions. Now the second operation is division of decimal fractions. So in first case, when to divide the number or decimal number with 10,000 or 100, we have to move the decimal point to the left side as many zeros in the divisor. For example, here we take suppose here 98 divided by 10. So here 98 can be written as 98.0, which have to divide it by 10. So here in first example, in the divisor here only 1 0. So therefore we have to move this decimal point to the left side by only 1 digit. Then we get the answer, that is 9.8. Now in second example, this decimal fraction is divided by 1000. So in this case in the divisor there are 3 zeros. So we move this decimal point to the left side by 3 digit. Then we get the answer, that is 3.2674. So in this way we can divide the decimal numbers or by 10,000 or 100. So now in second case, to divide the decimal fractions by whole number. For example, suppose here we have to divide the decimal fraction, that is 45.35 by 5. First we divide 45 by 5, that is 5 9s are 45 and we get 0 as remainder. Then we put this decimal point in the quotient and then take the next digit. Now here 3 is smaller than 5. So therefore we have to divide it by 0 and taking the next digit, that is 5. Now divide it by 5, that is 5 7s are 35 and then we get the remainder 0. So here the answer is 9.07. Now in second example, if we have to divide the decimal fraction, for example here 30.425 by 0.5. So here in this example, for the simplification we can move this point from the both sides. Here for simplification in the division, we move this point to the right side by 1 digit. Then we get here in second example 30.425, we have to divide it by 0.5. For simplify this division, we move this decimal point to the right side by 1 digit. Then we get 304.25 by 5. If this decimal point is moved to the right side from 1 digit, then we get 5.0, and which means 5. So now we can divide this decimal fraction by 5. That means 304.25. Firstly we divide 30 by 5. So 5 6 is 30. Then we get 0. Now we take the next digit, that is 4. So 4, which is smaller than 5. So we divide it by 0. And here the remainder is 4. Now first we put the decimal point in the quotient and take the next digit, that is 2. Now divide it by 5, that is 5 8s are 40 and the remainder is 2. Now take the next digit, that is 5, and divide it by 5, that is 5 5s are 25 and then we get the remainder 0. So in this way we can divide the decimal fractions by whole number or decimal numbers.